Reframing for resolving controversies for the reflective practitioner then relies on an ability for synergistic thinking. Synergistic thinking is the ability to bring together learning from experience with learning from theory and learning from academics. Um, Synergistic thinking is essential for intellectual development and is very much from the conceptual point of view determined by the connection, the interplay between the experiences that we have and the knowledge that we build up through those experiences with the ability to abstract and conceptualize thinking, and then to relate this to our theoretical understanding of a particular point of view. And what this means is that the reflective practitioner needs to develop skills for transfer of knowledge at the conceptual level, simply because transfer of facts is not possible. Facts are fixed, they're determined, there's nothing we can do about them. But knowledge transfer, in order to occur, needs to happen at the conceptual level. We can't transfer facts, but we can actually transfer concepts. And the ability to develop thinking at the conceptual level, to relate knowledge from experience with knowledge from theory and from academics and from literature, becomes the key conceptual approach for the reflective practitioner. And in order for this synergistic thinking to occur, what the reflective practitioner needs to become skilled in is the ability to construct meaning from the experiences that we have. And it's very much within a social framework that we're working, remember. So the reflective practitioner needs to become skilled in working with others and sharing understandings and experiences with others. And what this implies, of course, is that the level of thinking that we're doing as reflective practitioners is actually very difficult. It's very hard to do. Being able to shift our thinking, move our concepts and connect ideas and concepts together is actually a very, very difficult thing to do. And what it implies is that we need to work at a very intellectual level in order to do this. And so there are required a number of pedagogical shifts that we need to undertake to be reflective practitioners. One of those is how we focus on the learner, or in other words, the strategies that the students themselves are using to learn, and how we actually work with these at a conceptual level. For example, what are their needs and what are their developmental needs, and what are their interests in terms of the work we're doing with them, and how we understand that at a conceptual level will impact on how we actually approach teaching that to them. And it also means we have a focus on the teacher as well, on ourselves. What are the difficulties that we have teaching particular subjects? What anxieties do we have about being in the classroom with the learners, or about teaching particular aspects of a subject? What we're looking at in terms of framing this concept is making a very clear distinction about what is possible and what is not possible. And also the reflective practitioner can focus on very practical aspects of the work that we do. Things like lesson planning, but also professional development, journal writing, and using questionnaires in order to gather information. This leads the reflective practitioner to gathering data for synergistic thinking. And it also requires a focus on the cognitive development of the teacher. This could be through processes like action research in the classroom, some small-scale research, an investigation into a particular use of some technology, for example. This can actually help, this exploration approach can actually help with building our conceptual understanding. We also need to focus on critical and conceptual aspects of the work that we do. How do we actually describe, intellectualize our roles as teachers? How do we describe teachers' practice, for example? This becomes a very metacognitive aspect of the conceptual development. And finally, we have to also, as reflective practitioners, focus on moral and ethical and also values parameters in relation to the work that we do. This focus will help define the extent of our thinking, our intellectualizing about the work that we do, and provide a very strong foundation to the synergistic thinking which is required of a reflective practitioner.